Hello, my most awesome greeting team. We are so thankful for you. You are such an important part of our church because do you know what the number one thing I get the most is people talk about how anxious they are to come to church. And so you are there to ease their anxiety and make them feel comfortable to come to church. So we put a whole system in place. This is a training. We want to make sure you have the most up to date training information. But this is going to answer questions like, do we always put up the blue tent? Do we always stand outside? Who do we give the gift bags to? Who does not get a gift bag? Okay. But I am so thankful to you. So stay tuned because you're going to hear the answers to those. But you are so important because, like I said, the number one thing I get is, man, I haven't been to church in a while and I'm nervous about coming to church. And I said, that's great. We have a whole system just for you to make you feel comfortable and welcome coming to church. So that's VIP, that's greeters. Okay. So here's the system for VIP. Okay. What you need to know is when someone plans their visit, when they click on the website or they click on a Facebook ad that says, I want to plan my visit, that triggers a whole system. So this is what we tell people in the Facebook ads and on the website. And when you plan your visit at Impact Church, we will have the pastor reach out to you to visit before you visit to answer questions, meet you at the front door, show you around key spots of the church, help your kids get checked into kids' church, introduce you to our pastor. Bottom line, we'll treat you like family. Okay, that puts people's mind at ease. So this is so important. This is why we need you in your spot. Is if we've already told somebody that you're there, we're going to meet you at the front door, you got to be there. Okay, you got to be there 15 minutes before service starts. So 11:15, you need to be out at the tent. So you're going to meet them. Okay, the first thing that's going to happen when they plan their visit is I call them and I say, hi, this is Pastor Jeremy. I just want to introduce myself to you. And do you have any questions before you visit? The next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to text them on Saturday. And I'm going to say, hey, can't wait to meet you tomorrow. Make sure you park in one of our visitor parking spots. And I give them a picture of our visitor spots. The next thing that I text them is when you get there, stop by our VIP tent, the blue tent. And I send them a picture of the blue tent set up outside the church. Okay. And then I tell them the VIP person is going to meet you at the front door. They're going to walk you in. They're going to show you where the restrooms are, show you where the refreshments are, help you get your kids checked in. So you need to make sure you're doing all those things. Okay. Show them the refreshments, get their kids checked in, show them the restrooms, and then show them up to the auditorium and introduce them to me. So that's one thing I want to make sure you knew is that we have that. We're telling people that. So you need to make sure and do that system. Okay. Be in your spot 15 minutes before church. So 11:15. And then I want you to stay there at least 5 minutes after service starts. Actually, we tell people 10 minutes. I say 2 songs. Okay. Because people come in late. After that, if they come in late after that, that's on them. Right. Okay. Another question I get is, do we always set up the tent? Well, I thought it was windy today, so we weren't going to. No, we always set up the blue tent. Why? Because we never know when we're going to get a visitor, right? We have to do the system that we told people. So we never know. Unless it's like super thunderstorming and people are going to get struck by lightning. Okay, if it's not storming, we're going to be out there to greet them. Okay, people say, well, what if it's cold? We're going to be out there. What if it's hot in the summer? We're going to be out there. All right, we're like the mailman, rain, snow, sleet, or hail. As long as it's not like a storm and people are in danger, just cold, bundle up. Hot, sorry, but we want to be out there. Okay, we always set up the tent pretty much without fail. And we always want people to stand outside. I know if it's cold, I'm sorry, but put on a scarf, okay? Another question I get, so we're always standing outside if you're VIP. Another question is, who gets gifts? So let's talk about after the service, okay? Very important that when we are taking up the offering, That's your cue to go outside. If you're the VIP, go out, because we're telling people take the blue card to the blue tent. We have this whole system, right? Blue card to blue tent. We're only giving gifts to people who are adults. We don't give gift bags to children, teenagers. We give gifts to adults, and only, this is very important, only if they filled out their card. It's a trade. We give you the gift bag for a filled out card. Okay? It's only 3 pieces of information: name, number, email. That's easy. Okay? So you only give them that gift bag if that card is filled out. You have to actually look at it and make sure they filled it out. If they didn't fill it out, you don't give them the bag. You say, okay, hey, as soon as you fill out that card, we'll give you the gift bag. Okay? As soon as you fill out that card, a filled out card, we'll give you the gift bag. It's the card for the gift. Make sure they fill out the card. And only adults. Okay? We've been going through really too many gift bags lately because they're being given out to teenagers, kids. If they go to kids' church, they're going to get some candy from kids' church. That's what they get. Okay? They don't get a gift card. All right? The gift card, we want to be able to get that so we can follow up with them and text them. Kids don't, they don't have their own number we're not trying to text kids, We're only trying to text and follow up with adults, people with email addresses and working phone numbers. So, just tell people, yeah, it's just for the adults. All right. If there's one adult, give them one. If there's 2 adults and they both fill out a card, give them 2 gift bags, but only if both of them fill out a card. Okay. Everybody got that? Okay. I hope we're clear. Make sure you go out, at offering time, 5 minutes before service ends, and be out there and give out those gifts only to people who fill out the cards. Okay. I think that's all the information. It's only 7 minutes. Thank you for watching this training video. I appreciate you. You are invaluable. Like, we couldn't do this without you. Truly, you're a key part of our church system. So thank you for your willingness. And we're all in this to try to make heaven crowded, right? You are part of making heaven crowded. Your being friendly to people might be the first impression that helps them make a decision to follow Jesus. And we'll see that person in heaven because of you. So thank you.